Hey guys, before I actually start the video, a disclosure that I have the heater on and I apologize for that. You can most likely hear it, generally you guys can, through the iPad audio here, but I'm cold. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit outside, which is a blessing from Iowa, but it only feels like 4 degrees, which is true, by the way. I'm gonna see if I can cover up where I live. Feels like 4. Iowa sucks. No offense to Iowa, but it sucks. It's very windy outside. It was raining all of yesterday. It was snowing this morning, and I don't think it's doing anything now, but it's still cold outside, and it's cold back here, because the wind's coming from that direction. But I'm going to go ahead and get into March 12th through the 19th. It's currently 8:43 in the morning on the 20th, but we're going to go ahead and discuss those days now. Spoiler alert, they've been slow as hell. March 12th, I was in a thumb and wrist brace on both hands. This one was in a wrist brace, this one was in my thumb brace. This one's only currently not in the thumb brace because it's in my room and I'm too lazy to go get it. That's it. I took a nap right off the top of the day there on the 12th, filmed 3 Days Gone videos, edited one of them, edited a work in progress video, went to bed, slept until about 9, but definitely needed it to make up for the crapshoot that happened the day before. Wrote 364 words in Abduction of the Jensens and edited 8,010 words in Letters from a Madman, and that would have been the Grammarly edit. So things went by really fast there. March 13th, still in thumb and wrist braces. Edited a Man of Darkness video, wrote 552 words for a blog post. Finally, that's like the first one that I had updated on my blog since like October, I think. Headed to bed, got up around 5 or so, which was great because that was actually on time. Wrote 1,154 words in the Jensens, and then edited 5,657 words in Letters from Madman. That 1,154 was the only thing that I wrote that day. March 14th, I edited another Man of Darkness video, wrote 2,196 in Books and Badges, and then edited 7,251 words in Letters from Madman. That would have been the end of the Grammarly edit. And the 2,196 were the only words that I wrote that day. On March 15th, I wrote 122 words in Gram, 836 words in Z, which was great. Things went really well that day. They still aren't in the city, but things went well that day. 258 words in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, 130 in King of Darkness. Started Letters from Madman Edit 3, which is a developmental edit. So 2,308 words edited there, and then 526 words written in note-taking for it. And that was 1,872 words for March 15th. On the 16th, I wrote 902 in The Gang War, 478 in Thundering Hooves, 326 in TE. Bed. Couldn't fall asleep until at least 3:30, give or take. This is where my downfall really started this last week. Up at 7 p.m., watched TV until 8, headed back to bed because I couldn't focus on anything, I was so damn tired. No more writing for that day, so 1,706 words on March 16th. On the 17th, 1,752 words in TE, which was great. Headed to bed, up around 8 p.m., again, downfall. 382 words in TFL, 462 in something. There's no words there. I'm really tired all the time right now. I'm going to assume that's PRV. That's the next book that I always work on after TFL, so I'm going to make an educated guess and say 462 words in PRV. If that's true, that is 2,438 words written for March 17th. On the 18th, I worked on a Tito and Vito sketch. They're two of my mobsters. That's still a work in progress, but I was working on it. 1,938 words written in the Jensens, Abduction of the Jensens. Worked on a profile pic sketch for another writer. Went to bed, fell asleep well after 1 o'clock, up a little after 5 because my sister was over, and together she and my mom are very loud. I love them both very, very much, but They're very, very loud when they're in the same room together. My sister especially, she doesn't have an inside voice when she's having a conversation. After that, I had a lot of thumb pain, usual. And I was in the brace the whole time she was here, too, and I wasn't typing the whole time she was here, so I was hoping it would be better after supper, but it was not. But I got back to work after 8:30, and I managed a whopping 122 words in Abduction of the Jensens, so I took a nap because of my joint pain, my stomach pain, which randomly attacked me that day. I think it was anxiety. And I was exhausted. So after that, I accomplished nothing else after I woke up. So on the 18th, I wrote 2,060 words. On the 19th, I edited another Days Gone video for this Friday's gaming video. It was thundering all morning, so very little progress made in writing. Those of you who don't know, I hate thunderstorms. I have a lot of anxiety that comes around thunderstorms, I guess. I don't like to describe it as my anxiety is like, I don't know, triggered by thunderstorms, but thunderstorms do make it impossible for me to accomplish any work, and I can't sleep during them either. But I did write 468 words in Abduction of the Jensens, and I did a tutorial and a test thing for an online transcription job, which I did pass that test, so now, which I currently have up on the computer, I have to watch some more tutorial videos, follow some guidelines, take some more quizzes, and then take a final test to see if I will be accepted into the job, the freelance job, which would be dope, so we'll see. I then tried to go to bed, even though it was still storming. Took several hours of laying there staring at the ceiling to fall asleep, but I finally did, and I woke up around 8 p.m. Tried to write after that, but I was still in a lot of pain and pretty stiff, so eventually, after several hours of work, I accomplished 330 words in Books and Badges, and that brought my total for March 19th to 798 words written, and my total for the month so far to 44,088 words. So, things have been slow, to say the least. Right now, I am not on track for 80,000 by the end of the month, and as it stands, I'm more than certain I'm not going to meet it. I'm going to move you for a second. Between my anxiety and my pain and my stiffness and the exhaustion and weird sleep patterns and so on and so forth, I'm not accomplishing a lot. I have edits to do, and I haven't done edits in several days, and that's supposed to be done by the end of the month. And part of that is because I want to finish the things that I'm writing right now, because I'd like to have them done in time for Camp Nano. Not all of the books that I'm writing, obviously, but a few of them. And I wanted to work on those first, and then outside of that, every time that I sit down, the only thing I can think of is the fact that I'm supposed to have a doctor's appointment in April, which I've told you about at some point in my videos. I don't know when, but it's an appointment with a rheumatologist to be tested for arthritis. And it's an appointment that is very nerve-wracking for me. It is very anxiety-inducing for me. It's with a doctor that I've never met before. I have a lot of anxiety revolving around doctors because the first time I sought out a doctor's appointment about my pain, she told me that it didn't exist because when she poked my face, I could feel it, which is a bad test if I had to guess, because my pain is very real, and people with chronic pain don't really like to be told that their pain doesn't exist, because it does. But I have a lot of anxiety revolving around doctor's appointments, and I made this one way back in November, and I've had anxiety around it ever since, and I can't force myself not to think about it. It doesn't really work that way. If anxiety worked that way, I wouldn't have anxiety. But with currently the coronavirus, and this is the only mention I'm going to ever make of the coronavirus on my channel, I don't want to bring in real-world events into the majority of my videos. I'm not here for news-related things. I'm here to talk about writing and books and things that distract us from everything else going on in the world. So this is the one and only mention I'm going to make of it. But because of the coronavirus, one of my bigger fears is that that appointment in April is going to be canceled. And I have a lot of anxiety revolving around it being canceled, just as much as I have around it not being canceled and me actually having to go to it. But you know, it's disturbing my writing, it's disturbing my editing, it's disturbing everything that I do, and it has been for months. So it's like when my joint pain or my exhaustion or my stiffness isn't affecting my writing for a day, that is. And I'm doing my best to work around it and whatnot, but it's easier some days than it is others, to say the least. But we'll see what happens in the next week or so. We'll see how the rest of the month carries out here in the writing world and in the real world. And then we'll see how April goes. But for now, I have some tutorial videos to watch and some quizzes to take, and hopefully my brain focuses enough for that, but we'll see. And then hopefully I'll be able to get some more writing done before bed, because I generally get ready for bed in about an hour, but I haven't been sleeping very well, so I guess I'll just wait until I'm tired before I leave the computer. But yeah, we'll see how things go, and I'll give you guys an update when this page and this page are full. But until then, that is all that I have for this video. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, or anything that I do on the channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.